All right. Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum, everyone who'll be listening later on. Today, we're back again. I mean, this project's been on hold for a very long time. And I apologize for the ones who've been waiting to watch the series and to know more about the teachers. Today, we've got a wonderful guest today. And it's someone who's a new addition to our school and someone who's very lively. I hear that from her own staff room. The people say since she's walked in, she's made this place very lively, very bubbly, and very happy place. So we've got none other than our physics and maths teacher. Generally, physics and maths teachers are really boring. I hated these subjects, and that's why I never took them when I was in high school. But I'm sure if I had you for my teacher, I wouldn't be sheikh today. I probably would be a scientist. I don't know if physics makes you a scientist, but I'll be that. So, anyways, without further ado, our guest today is Joytika Sharma, Miss Sharma, and she's our physics and maths teacher. And I wish you a welcome to the show. And first of all, tell us about yourself.
Hi, Sheikh. Firstly, thanks for the introduction and really take that as a compliment. I come from Fiji Islands. I did my Bachelor of Science, majoring in mathematics and chemistry. I got married here. My husband migrated well before me joining his family. And then I came in here. So my background was always a teacher. I'm a qualified teacher. I came here. It was a bit of a hurdle to get into the teaching profession that time in 2020, forgotten which year I migrated. So I was looking into a full-time job because when I came, I started living in a extended family with my mother-in-law and my brother's sisters and his brother, his wife. So I wanted to buy a house and to live on my own with my husband, but it was a bit of challenge to begin with. So to do that, you needed to have a full-time job. I started teaching Kensington High, which was just a casual job, and then I started doing tutoring at Mathematics Not Squiggles. That's again in Kensington. I did that for a few months, and then I was applying for a full-time job. And apparently, because I'm a chemistry background as well, I got a job where I in a pharmaceutical industry. So I got the interview there, and then the CEO asked me, "Tell me one reason why should I hire you?" And because you come from a teaching background and you don't have any qualifications to work in an industrial field. I said, well, your job description says that training will be provided. And if you train a teacher anywhere, there will be fit for the purpose for anywhere. And as you said, training will be provided and you give probationary period for 3 months, put me on trial. And if I'm not able to perform, then you can just tell me to go goodbye after 3 months, because that's just a probationary period. And if you don't give me a chance, well, how will I get Australian experience as well? Because everywhere you get a call, you get how many years of Australian experience you have. And that was just like beginning. And I don't have any Australian experience. So and he said, well, that's a good point. And he called the quality manager and said, I'm hiring Joytika, and she's going to start next week. I thought, like, he didn't ask me any leading questions after that. And I was hired. And I got into pharmaceutical industry. I was a analyst for first 2 years. I got promoted to senior analyst. And in the fifth year, I became the quality manager. So I think it's worth hiring a teacher anywhere, because when you train a teacher, they can be fit for any job. So and then I worked for 10 years as a quality control manager at Elipa Pharmaceuticals. I was specializing in Blackmores and Swiss products. And after 10 years of working, very well paid job, and then I was feeling that I'm not able to spend much time with my family, because after some time I had started having kids. And then most of the time, my kids went to childcare or looked after by my mom, who came for a year and went back. But I wasn't giving time to them because in industries, you give them, they pay you, but they take your blood. So I was thinking to get into a field, and my passion was always to teach. There was something inbuilt in me to be like teaching. So I got my accreditation done and everything done. And once NASA called me asking if I'm gonna do my proficiency, because they said your role is active, but you haven't. I have been paying my that subscription, which is $100 every time, though I was in pharmaceutical. But they say you haven't done your proficiency yet. So what's happening? I tried to apply for 1 year leave without pay, and they denied. So then I had to resign from my work. And then in 2019, when COVID hit, COVID was like towards the end, I was at the verge of deciding to move into education field. Yeah, I resigned. That was a bit of a risk job to resign and then transition into teaching. But I had a faith in myself that I will do, because I really wanted to teach and spend time with my kids. And this is the only profession which gives you a balanced life, where you get holidays and time to spend with kids as well. And when I started, I got a block teaching in Chief Lehigh. And to be honest, I thought, no, this is not where I will survive, because it was not an environment for a teacher who will, if you really want to teach, that's basically, I'm not like saying it's not a good or bad school, but then I had something which was advertised at Malak Fahad as a academic maths and physics teacher. I took that role, and yeah, my perspective towards teaching totally in New South Wales changed, because back home is different, here is different, but different schools have different settings altogether. And I'm enjoying, to be honest. I think this is a rewarding profession to be in, Sheikh, and I'm having fun. After Malak Fayed, I'm being here and I'm doing extension maths, my chemistry, my physics. Am I enjoying with the kids I'm teaching? The colleagues are very welcoming. I had a very smooth transition into this school. Not that just because I'm doing the interview and I'm saying that, but yes, I had a very good transition here. So doing good.
No, definitely. Look, you're doing a great job. And I can tell you you're a great teacher. Why? Because a teacher has a voice. And you always share classes with me in year 11. And I have to tell the children to close the windows because I can only hear chemistry lessons from the other side. I do know his voice. So, look, you're doing a great job. And
Thank you,
I
Sheikh.
definitely say that you're enjoying this role. I see you every time walking around. You've got such a great personality, such a positive personality that's actually rubbing on the children and the staff as well. Well, tell me about your photo. You're always smiling. And in the photo that we've got displayed over there, tell me about that photo there.
All right. Okay. So, like, remember, I had a bit of issues getting photos, and I sent you two photos. The one which is with my dad. So, with my mom and dad, that photo is not here yet. Okay. I'm talking about this. The reason is I don't have much photos with me, because when I was young and I was a year old, that with my dad photo, that was the last photo I had with my dad, and he died. And after that, we moved to our grandparents' house. I grew with my grandma. So I called my brother, hey, do you have my photos? He said, I can't remember anybody taking our pictures. It's just that when we ever went back to my father's place, then they were making us, because they were very rich. My father's family were rich, but my grandparents were average. So that I never remember my grandmother taking our picture. So because we grew with our grandparents' side of family, and my pictures are now with my father's family, I had to call everyone everywhere to get few pictures of mine. And honestly, this gave me some lesson that I really, now I'm looking into this picture, my dad and my mom. When I got my mom and dad's picture and I showed it to my mom, she literally started crying, because we don't have much of our pictures with our parents, or even myself when I was young.
Well, tell us about your mom and dad then, because I'll put that photo as well.
Yes,
We
this is my dad and my mom.
I
That's
really,
me.
I want to say I'm sorry about your loss. I mean, you lost your father. You were very young from
Yes.
describe,
And
and it must be very difficult, especially to even speak about those memories when you're quite young. You don't remember much from that time.
yeah, it has been. I never grew with a father figure in my life, and it's all right. But my mom has been always been strong. She never married, or she just stayed with us with my grandparents. I had an elder sister. She was 2 years. I was 1 year, and the sad part was that my brother was just born on one side when my mother was doing the delivery, and then the other end, my father died. Yeah. So that, and then my mom said when she got discharged with small baby in the hand and she had to attend my father's funeral. And she was like telling me that I was so confused. My mom was 20 years old, very young. She said, I didn't know whether to cry or to do what. She was confused with three little kids around her. She was said, I was scared. How will I grow them up? Like, how will I nurture them? How will financially who will support her because she wasn't working? And those olden days is very different from what we have now. She taught me one thing is independence. You need to be independent as a female as well. She walked everywhere. MashaAllah, I must say, we were blessed with one thing. We were academically, all of our brothers and sisters, we flourished. So we had, is most of the time, we received the scholarships in primary, secondary, and I got a premium scholarship to do my degree in universities where my even accommodation was looked after. So yeah, we were blessed in one way. Yeah, we were academically doing very well. So yeah, those were hard times. But so my mom stayed in Fiji. So I got her mom. I'm sorry, my mom migrated over. She's staying with me now. So yeah, I gave her all piece of life. Like in every religion we say whether you pray or not pray, as far as you look after your parents, you get everything what the God wants. And touch wood, I'm blessed with a beautiful family at present. Yeah, so
And may God always keep you happy and the
thank you, Sheikh.
place, and also on your family. I mean, you're such a great role model. That is a story in making. I mean, for someone to actually start from nothing and to come to where you are, it's remarkable in itself. And I really, uh, I am so blessed to actually have spoken to you on that level, and you shared that part of your life with me. So my prayers are with you. I'm telling you, you're doing a great job. I am, I am that, when the Miss Sayed says that teachers can come and observe other teachers' classes, I observe your class by not being there whenever I'm next door to you. So I can definitely say you are a great asset to the school, and you're a great person. Tell me, something. I've learned so much from you today. Just that few minutes about your life. You've actually told me the entire thing about you. Tell me. Well, I seem like there's you've learned so much, and it feels like if I ask you this question, it's kind of not the right question, but I'll still ask because we always want to learn something in our lives. Tell me something that you always wanted to learn, something that you never got a chance to do, and you want to do it.
Always wanted to learn to ride a bicycle. Till date, I can't. And one day I told my husband, I have bought a bicycle for myself. I took it to the park, and there were few people standing on laughing when I was trying to get one ride, and I failed 3 times. And my husband said, no, this is something which you can't do. And till date, honestly, I see people riding bicycle every day, and that is a very good way to exercise on road. Like really, I'm someone who don't want to run or walk. I want to ride bicycle. I mean, like really want to. Until date, I haven't learned. And now I'm thinking I might hire someone in the holidays, coming holidays. And that has been my dream from young age. Till date, haven't been achieved. check.
Look, you know what they say? You need to put those the training wheels. So get
Yeah,
those
I did that for my kids.
and go for a bike ride.
I
I know
want to
you are
do
going
that.
to make fun, but because you're a strong woman, I've learned from your story, and you should be okay. Go on those training wheels, ride your bike, take one at a time, and then work with one, and hopefully you'll be able to ride. I mean, riding bikes is really good for your health, and you're
Yeah.
right. People who actually don't like running, and it is kind of I call it the lazy way of running because you
And
sit
good
down.
family time as well. When you have your husband, your kids, they all go together. It's such a fun ride you can have, which I'm missing on to. Yeah, I really want to do that. But they always go, those four people, and I'm really left behind.
But it's okay. You know what? Buy training wheels. This
Yeah.
is something that you need
It's
to
the
work on.
adult one as well, right?
You can put the biggest size in there. You should be okay.
Okay. I will try that. Yeah.
And apart from riding a bike, is there anything else that you wanted to learn?
In life, yeah, see, life is meant to be a learning day. Every day is a learning day. No matter what you do, every day I come, I learn new things. So for me, even if I learn from my students or from my colleagues, it's that something undiscovered, or like even when you have an open conversation like me and you, it's a learning ground for everyone. So for me, I learn every day from everyone in terms of different religion, different culture, and everything. I learn every day.
No, you're right. I mean, it's such a
Yes,
great.
there's a lot to learn, and I can't be now specific to what to learn, but every day is a learning day.
It is. I mean, there's so many. There's a bucket list for me to learn so
Yeah.
many things. You're right. We're all learning every day. There's so many
Yeah.
things that we learn. Well, tell me something that you know well. I know you're now. I know you worked in pharmacy as well. Thank goodness that you resigned before coronavirus, or else I'll be blaming you for those vaccinations. I have the anti-vaccine in my somewhere in me. So hopefully you were not part of that push
No,
on
no.
vaccines. You actually had resigned before that. Well, look, there's so many things you know well, but something. If I was to ask you today, one, two, three, what are the three things that you can do really well?
I can teach really well.
I can tick that one off. Definitely, you can teach well.
Um, I'm trying to learn to sing little bit, but I'm just trying, but I still not there yet. So
I, I,
singing,
I think you'd be a great singer without the microphone as well.
yeah,
Like, you don't need the microphone.
yeah. And then, well, I can't say I'm a good cook, but yeah, I can cook well as well.
Oh, cooking is something I can.
Cooking,
I if there was a competition to save my life, and the only thing in there was cooking, I'd die the next second.
yeah,
So
yeah. I'm learning cooking as well.
cooking
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So you cook. Okay, what do you do? Like I'm sure you make all these curries and spices. I know Fijian food is very spicy.
Spicy, and yeah, we do is a lot of dal, rice, and we do curries as well, different. So I'm born vegetarian. My background is coming from Brahman, so we don't eat meat. But I got married to sing. My husband is a sing, so he eats meat. So I have started eating chicken and lamb. My mother is a vegetarian, so yeah. So I love fish as well, and then I cook little bit of barbecue, and well, Mr. Praveen will laugh if he will watch this interview, because he will say, oh, she is lying, she doesn't know how to cook, her mom does the cooking. But yeah, we do a lot of Indian palau. We do palau. Ours and yours is like Pakistan food, and our food is very similar. And sweets as well. To be honest, I don't know any sweets. I don't know how to make sweets, but I love eating all sweets. I'm a sweet girl.
Oh, I like that compliment. Okay. All right. Hopefully that could become your nickname. Everyone's going to call you when they watch this interview. Well, no, look, yeah, you're right. I mean, we do have very similar kind of food, maybe different lentil, maybe different kind of
Yeah.
spices and taste, but the idea of making and preparing the food is the same.
Same. The spices is basically the same because I usually go to Pakistani shops in Riverston to get all my spices from there. So it's our spices and like most of the Arab countries' spices are the same.
Well, look, I'm going to put you to this food test because you are a great cook. So yeah, we'll be putting you to a food test. And what's that word that you say? The Hindi word for the ones who actually don't eat meat, shakahari. Is that the word?
Shakahari, yes.
That's it. Yes. So see, yeah. So that's the word for the ones who are vegetarians.
Yes.
So your mum's not going to be very happy because you left your lifestyle.
No, my mom loves my husband. She likes my husband, so it's all right.
It's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I mean, I was only pulling your legs. So
Yeah.
well, look, anyways, now moving on to my final question. And that's something I must tell you this. You've surprised me in this entire interview. There's so much I've learned about you. And I'm sure because your life, it has been such a great life. You've learned so many things. It's been such an adventurous life. Tell us something, the ones who will be listening later on, and myself as well. What is something that people don't know about you? What is some of the surprising facts that people will be really amazed when they watch this video later?
All right. So just on that, like I said, I don't know how to ride bicycle. You'll be surprised to know that I hold a HR license. I can drive big trucks and big buses. So because my husband, he is a heavy duty HR, he does the road chain license upgrade for like road chain trucks. So I got mine upgraded. So he has a small business which is outside his work where he is a trainer and assessor. So for trucks and buses, you don't have to go to RTA. There are separate people who does that. And I'm helping with my husband to do that. So you will be seeing me driving a truck on road. Don't be surprised. I can drive a truck, though I cannot ride a bicycle.
Well, yeah, that's really surprising, driving these trucks and buses. I've actually, you know what, I was a bit surprised the other day. I saw you driving a ute, and I'm like, a chemistry teacher driving a ute. I'm sure you're carrying any chemicals in the back. So,
yeah, I like to drive big trucks.
Now I'm thinking, yeah, maybe because that comes from your husband's business, and he drives as well. So God, that's really surprising. So maybe next time, if I want to learn how to drive a bus, I know where to come.
Yes, definitely. Yes, yeah.
So okay. Anything else? Any
of your relatives, friends? I'm doing business as well now. You can know that if anybody is wanting to upgrade to become a truck driver or bus driver, you contact Joytika.
That's right. So and we'll definitely be looked after.
Yes, yeah.
Free lessons as well.
Free lessons?
Yeah, free lessons as well. Some 10%.
Oh, free lessons, yeah.
That's right. Anything else you want to surprise the listeners later on?
That's basically it, Sheikh. My life is, I'm a very simple girl, and normal like everyone. Yeah, just just like every normal. Don't have much surprises in life. It's just that I'm normal. I mean, like everyone else. Yeah, don't have much things. That was one of because like once I went to RTA to upgrade, get my license renewed, and they said, "Oh, you drive HR. Is this your license?" I said, "Yeah, that's my license." So so that is one thing which is like extraordinary compared to most of the ladies. Like Fijian ladies, most of the Fijian ladies won't drive trucks.
No, you know what? This actually is good. So next time our the driver doesn't turn up for Canberra, we can hire a bus and you can drive there.
Yeah, I do. I can because I got that license as well to drive a bus with passengers as well.
Well, Mr. Zamir will be listening to this later on.
Yeah, then he will say, "I have a."
They be driving these buses then.
Yeah.
All right. Look, give us an advice. I must say, look, I'm elated. I'm humbled to have spoken to you today. and give us an advice. This is how I end my program always, and I say to people that give us an advice. We all need advice, and we live in a time. There's those special words. They go a long way. So people that be listening to you later on today, give us an advice for myself and every other listener that will be joining in later on.
All right. Firstly, shout out to all the teachers out there. You are doing very well. Whenever I pass by, I bump into primary teachers, secondary teachers. They all be very friendly, greeting each other. And I really like when we have our sessions where Mark reads those notes, which everybody writes for each other. It's really giving a word of, encouragement to the teachers and to all the lady teachers, especially out there. I have a word of advice. I know we are doing multitasking and sometimes we forget to look after ourselves. So a word of advice is do spend your money and your husband's money on yourself. Buy expensive clothes, your makeups, and look after yourself, because I know we do housework, we do everything, we buy for everyone, and we keep ourselves the last person. So prioritize yourself, because I know we are taken for granted at home, but no, look after yourself. Spend your husband's money on yourself, your money on yourself as well. Mortgage is something which is ongoing, it is never end. So yeah, that's one advice from my end. And keep yourself very happy. If you are happy, your family will be happy. So come smiling. I know days are up and down, but your happiness is what matters to our students as well. You are happy, you will be teaching, you will be giving a good lesson to your students as well. So it all matters. How to make yourself happy is sometimes giving good treat to yourself.
Well, that's a really good advice, but the men were left out, and the men are not very happy now. So what
men are
the female
yeah. All the male teachers, they are doing very well. Keep up with your hard work, because I think this school is very female dominated. So that's why the shout out is there for specifically for the female ladies. But males, honestly,
keep spending on your
you
wife.
are a very good inspiration for us. Without you guys, your guidance, your moral support, when I see you, Sheikh, I always say, hi Sheikh, how are you? Like, you feel that like we are in a safe zone. Without your, if you are not present, we don't feel safe, to be honest. So yeah, your if my husband is not at home, I feel like I can't sleep. Like, if he is there, even though he's sleeping, we feel such in a comfort zone. So we need you to be there. Your presence is highly important. And there is Father's Day coming up in 2 weeks. I want to wish you all the very best for Father's Day. Have a good time with your family. Of course, you will be spoiled by your kids. So enjoy the day.
You got Father's Day wrong. It's in 2 days.
Father's Day for us is every day we do Father's Day.
That's right.
It's a special day. Do enjoy yourself. Get spoiled.
Thank you so much. What I'll do is now, there's the last part of the show now. I'm actually going to be showing you the riddle, the quiz, and I'll give you 5 seconds to answer that. And it's just for fun, okay? It's not like, these are just crazy, funny quizzes. They might not have the right answers as well. All right, time to share. There it is. We'll make it bigger and I'll play it. So a truck drove to a village and met 4 cars. How many vehicles were going to the village?
1.
1. Let's just see if that's the right answer.
Truck, yeah.
That's right. So the school has made the right choice to hire you as a maths teacher, and you know your knowledge. You are knowledgeable in your work. Look, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart today. It was amazing to actually have spoken to you, to actually have learnt about your life, to actually have learnt how what a great person you are. I want to wish you well, and I want you to have the best of the time in this school of your life in this school. And I wish you well, and I look forward to also listening from the staff when they watch this interview. Thank you again for
Thank you,
such
Chef.
a lovely interview.
Thanks for having me as well. Really appreciate.
Thank
Thanks.
you so much. You look after yourself. Bye.
You too. Take care. Bye.
I'll see the camera.
It's coming.
It's coming. Oh, there.
I'm on camera as well. Before Sheikh Farhan, you actually start your thing, I would like to say staff room has become very lively and we are full of like it's a mad laughing when Joytika is around. So
I'll add that because I'm actually recording this, so I'm gonna add it as bloopers.